Alrighty, folks, we cashed in on 5 different plays yesterday on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We had the Angels, Rays, Guardians, Cubs, and Padres, and they all got the job done for us. And the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to be a chairman member on my website. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Wednesday, July 26, 2023. Happy Hump Day to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We are halfway there. And of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on these videos that are also being used as my premium selections, you may want to think about signing up for my chairman package. It's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, if you don't need to access all of my premium selections, but you still want to access one a day and show some support for my business, well, you may want to think about signing up for my Daily Best Play package. My Daily Best Play gives you access to one of my premium selections every single day for the next 30 days. And yep, you guessed it, it's only going to cost you just $1.99 for 30 days of service. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. And I currently have over 550 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. With that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. This is our part 1 video. Be on the lookout for part 2 in the next hour or so. But our first matchup is the Rockies at the Nationals, 12:05 Eastern first pitch. Washington's $1.40 at home, totals 9.5. Jake Irvin for Washington, Peter Lambert for Colorado. And out of 39-plus innings, righty Peter Lambert's recorded only 1 loss. He also averages over a strikeout an inning. And as a team, the Rockies got the W in 6 out of their last 10. They scored a considerable amount of runs in the process. Ryan McMahon's the club leader in hits. Nolan Jones has an OPS of .854. They're facing Jake Irvin, who's got an ERA close to 5, along with a 1.43 whip. Now, the Nats have also been terrible at home this year. They have the fewest home wins in the National League. Profar, Crone, and Diaz are not expected to start here today for Colorado. 3 out of the Rockies' last 5 road games did fall under the number. They're also 7-3 to the under in their last 10 at any location. So regardless of those injuries, give me Colorado plus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. Next game, Marlins, Rays, 12:10 p.m. East. Tampa Bay is $1.65, total 7.5. Zach Eflin for Tampa, Sandy Alcantara for Miami. Now, Sandy continues to struggle for the Fish. He's just 3-9 with an ERA close to 5. As a team, the Marlins continue to throw their season away. You guys remember I called it after the All-Star break that these guys were going to crumble. They have won only 3 games since July 5th, and they're taking on Zach Eflin, who's won 11 games this year and has a .99 whip. Now, Eflin's also backed by one of the better offensive lineups in the league. These guys are in the top 3 in the American League right now in run production at home. Randy Arozarena is the team leader in RBI. Luke Raley's got an OPS in the 900s. Now, slugger Yandy Diaz, he is questionable to suit up here today. Walls and Mejia are also out. Meanwhile, from Miami on the other side, Davis, Chisholm, and Garcia are still inactive. 4 out of Miami's last 7 on the road got over the number. And of course, Tampa Bay's seen their fair share of overs at the Trop this year. Tampa Bay's 60% of the over in their own building. Give me the Rays, minus 165, over 7.5. Next matchup, Royals, Guardians, 1:10 p.m. East. Cleveland's the $2 favorite at home, totals 10 runs. Kevin Williams for Cleveland, Alec Marsh for Kansas City. Now Marsh is 0-4 with an ERA in the 6s. And out of Marsh's last 4 starts, These Royals batters averaged under 2.1 runs a game. They're taking on Gavin Williams, who has an ERA in the threes after 33 innings of work. And as a team, the Guardians won 5 out of their last 8. And they scored 46 total runs during that time frame. Josh Naylor's got the 5th most RBI in the majors, 8th best batting average. Meanwhile, Jose Ramirez, he's been walked 44 times, as a wins above replacement average of 3.3. Now, injury-wise, Matt Beaty's still out for KC. Edward Olivares, he's out of the starting lineup as well. The Royals did see 3 out of their last 5 road games stay under the total. They're also 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. Cleveland, on the other side, they saw 3 out of their last 5 home games stay under the line. Give me the Guardians, -1.5, under 10. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for part 1. It's going to be in that Mariners-Twins game, 1:10 p.m. East. Minnesota's $1.40 at home, totals 8.5. Joe Ryan for Minnesota, Bryce Miller for Seattle. Miller's 6-3 on the season with a stingy .97 whip. Meanwhile, as a team, the M's got the W in 6 out of their last 10. And their pitching staff has shown exceptional control this season, especially on the road. The Mariners are walking only 2.3 hitters per contest, which is currently a league low. And these Minnesota hitters are going to need every free pass they can get because they certainly can't hit the baseball. Minnesota's striking out more times a game than any other roster in the league. And no real shock here, folks. The Twins are also a bottom 10 hit-producing lineup. Polanco, Buxton, Gordon, Lewis, and Miranda are still out for Minnesota. Kirilloff and Taylor, they're also going to be out of the starting lineup. Meanwhile, for Seattle on the other side, A.J. Pollock's out for them. Jared Kelenic, he's still going to be out for a while as he smashed his foot last week, kicking, I think, a water cooler or something. But anyway, 6 out of the M's last 10 meetings with Minnesota stayed under the number. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. They also saw 3 out of their last 5 Bryce Miller starts stay under the line. Give me Seattle +1.5, under 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. Colorado Rockies +1.5, under 9.5 runs. Tampa Bay -165, over 7.5. Cleveland Guardians -1.5, under 10. With my next and final free pick for part 1, give me Seattle +1.5, under 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you in our part 2 video in the next couple of hours or so.